to the channel and welcome to the video. It is Saturday morning and that means it is open play day at the local indoor facility. We joined this indoor facility a few months ago and it's only been open since I think maybe November or something. So it's a brand new facility and we joined it. We've been going there 3 months or so now. And they do open plays on Saturday mornings and Sunday afternoons. So yeah, on my way to do that with the guys. There's going to be some good competition there. 3 or 4 guys that I know of are showing up, and we're all similar skill levels, which is good. And then there's one guy who is a 4.9 duper, and he's better than all of us, but we can give him a run for his money, I think. We're starting to anyway. So yeah, actually he was the very first really good player I ever played against when we joined the hub here. First time I'd ever been up against anybody who was like in the 4s or 4-5 and up range, and I was just blown away by him. His serves were incredibly fast and hard, and his overhead volley slams are incredibly fast, good angle. He's also got really good like mid-court. He's got like this hip drive thing for mid-court. You can really shoot one across court really fast at you if you're not prepared for it. Anyway, he's got all the skills you would imagine a 4-5 or 4-9 guy would have. So really fun to play against him. But yeah, we'll see who shows up today. It's open play, so it could be anybody and everybody. It could be almost nobody. Any skill levels can be there. So we'll see what happens. I've been working on my third shot drop relentlessly for the last couple of weeks in drilling, and I've put in, I don't know, 1,000, maybe, probably close to around 1,000 reps on the ball machine just on my third shot drops this last maybe 8-9 days. I wanted to put even more than that. I almost got up this morning at 6 and put in an hour drilling before this, but I decided I needed to sleep more than I needed that. So anyway, today's focus for me is going to be drop shots. Obviously, I'm going to try to hit all my thirds as drops, unless my opponent is way back, and then I'll go ahead and drive on him and then try to drop the 5th. But yeah, I'm trying to get out of the habit of driving on thirds and get out of the habit of driving really in almost any situation, because the drive for me is just, in my opinion, not a very effective shot against the people I play with, and that could be a testament to my ability or lack of ability to drive really hard, or it could be a testament to their ability to return really well. I'm not sure, but whatever the case is, drive's just a kind of a waste of time lately. So, and since I need drop shot practice and reset practice more than I need anything else right now, it just makes sense to hit as many of those as I possibly can. What else do I want to work on today? Okay, so once we get up to the line, I really want to work on my dinks, making them purposeful. So like a lot of times I'm still at the level here, I'm a 3.5 by the way, I'm still at the level where dinking for me is just surviving. Can I get the ball over the net? Can I keep the ball out of the net? Can I keep the ball fairly shallow in the kitchen so they don't just instantly slam it out of the air back at me? I'm still just trying to survive dink rallies, and I'm doing really good at that. But now it's time to move from surviving dink rallies to controlling the dink rally. And to me, that means dinking with a purpose. And what that means is putting the ball somewhere when you dink that you've decided to put it there before you dinked it. So it's not just like, oh, I wonder what's the open shot for where I'm at right now, or what's the easiest shot or highest percentage shot. It's more like, what's the shot that's going to put the opponent in a particular position so that my next dink can potentially be a winner. Because if I can pull them out wide, potentially, if their partner doesn't come with them out wide, then they go wide and there's a hole in the middle of the court, then the next dink could go down through that hole and you can split right between the two players. So I'm starting to think strategy like that, which is awesome to be at a point where I'm even starting to think that way. But I'm not yet at a point where I can actually do it. I don't have the technical skills yet and the calmness of mind to actually be able to do it just yet, but I'm right there. And And so today's going to be the first day I'm going to actually try it. So we'll see if any of that shows up in the video as some good dinks or not. It might not. But this game is really fun, as you guys know. But for me, it's really fun too because there's so many layers and levels to it. I mean, you start out, and there's literally layers and levels when you think about Duper scores, right? There's 2-5, 3-0, 3-5, 4-0. And I always just thought those were kind of like rankings, and it's just like somewhat arbitrary scale of numbers that go up. But in reality, they all really do mean every 0.5, I would say, in my opinion, every 0.5 is a real indicator of you learned these 3 new things, and you stopped doing these 3 old things. And every 0.5 seems to basically be that way. So there really are these levels, and it's fun to discover these levels as you go. Just kind of discover them on your own and be like, oh, I'm driving and everybody's getting my drives back. What should I do? That's a discovery you have on your own, and you kind of like uncover this answer, which for me was I have to drop shot. And in the beginning, before I realized I had to drop shot, before I had made that discovery, I thought the solution was I'm going to lob over their heads. If I'm on the back near the baseline and they're keeping me back, my drives aren't doing squat, they're just volleying them right back at me. I thought the answer was, oh well, I'm going to just pop this lob up really high and I'm going to drop it back on the baseline behind them. That's going to get them to break up, give me a chance to advance forward. And while that is technically true, and it did work some of the time, it is not the answer. It is not the right way to do it. Because drop shots, if you drop on a better player, which you should be playing with better players, and if you drop on a better player, they'll take 2 steps back, come over the top, bam, jam that thing right down your throat. That's one reason why it doesn't work very well. And the other reason is I am not good enough with the drop shots to hit them on the baseline every single time. So my percentages were pretty low. So a lot of my drops would be too short, in which case it was very easy for them to stuff them down my throat. Or they'd go long and they'd just be out. So the better approach, the more sophisticated approach, and the approach that all the pros use, is the drop shot. So I had that revelation of, oh, I gotta stop driving, and then I had the revelation of, oh, I've gotta stop lobbing, and then the only solution left after that is the drop shot. So been doing a ton of drilling on that, and it's really paying off. My drops have gotten substantially better. Now they are going where I want them to go and clearing the net the vast majority of the time. Now I'm just working on getting them down closer to the net and getting them to cross with a little more pace and maybe a little top spin, instead of being such like a mini rainbow, mini serving up little meatballs. They're just kind of like a dead dink. My drops are kind of like dead drops. They just kind of go pop. They don't do much after that. That can still be effective. It can still buy you time to get to the line. So it's a good first step. But with my drop shots, I'm ready to go now to the next step, which is a little pace on the ball, a little lower ball, a little top spin. So those are just some things that I'm working on lately, and hopefully some of those things will show up today in my game. I'm certainly going to be trying. So this is going to be fun. We've got a new guy. He's not new. He's our friend from the local courts here at the park, but he hasn't come out to the indoor facility very often. He hasn't been able to. But he's going to be there today. His name's Zane. Zane's really good. Zane doesn't get to practice as much as we do, I think because of his work schedule. But Zane has a ton of natural talent. And me and Zane get along really well, and we play really well. We've got good vibes on the court, good energy. So I want to play a lot more with Zane in the future. And he's got so much talent for how little he seems to play. He plays really good. So I think if Zane could actually put in some hours, playing and drilling, Zane's going to turn into a really, really strong player. And yeah, he's got the talent. He just needs the time to be able to dedicate to it. So hopefully that'll be coming in the future for Zane, and I look forward to seeing him grow as a player, because he's got a lot of potential. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's going to be it for the intro. Kind of a long intro. I'm going to cut here, and the next clip, you'll see me in the hub, and the game has begun. So this is the first game of the day. Turns out I wasn't feeling so hot today. Probably stayed up a little too late last night. We had birthday for my wife, and probably drinking a glass of wine I shouldn't have, and so forth. So my hand-eye coordination was severely lacking, which sucks. I hate that. I like to show up sharp and ready, and that was not the case today. But anyway, you got to play through that. So here we go. I think we have 1 point here, and I just served it into the net. I'm not going to keep track of the score here. It's too hard to do that and talk and think at the same time. So I'm just going to kind of comment about what I see and what's happening here. So I'm playing over there with my good friend Jonesy. We typically play really well together today. And then on this side of the court is Nate on the left. He's a 4'9", very good, best player I've ever played with so far. And then Brandon over here on the right. Not sure if he has a duper, probably does. He's one of the other best players I've played against. So we're up against a tough team here. And me and Jonesy are just a couple of regular dudes learning pickleball against a couple of guys who are quite experienced. But it's a lot of fun. So anyway, hitting my return there and just hit one in the net. So I'm going to make quite a few mistakes like that in this game. Just trying to get warmed up for the day. Let's see what they do on a third here. Oh, Brett drives, and we hit that one out. And Jonesy's feeling bad about that, as would I. Really curious to see what we do and what they do on thirds. That's kind of my focus in my pickleball game these days, is third shots. So right there you can see Brandon. He has got some really good cross-court drop shots that when he put in the net, but he gets those all the time. Now Nate is a very hard server, very, very fast server. He's got tremendous power. And let's see what happens here. Oh, he drives on me, and we punish him. Can we end it or not? Yes, we ended it. So good on us, I suppose, there. And serve goes back to Jonesy over here. And Jonesy's got a dead consistent serve. Always hits it in. It doesn't have much power, and it doesn't go very deep, but it is very, very consistent, which is important. Let's see what I do on a serve here. I'm pretty consistent myself. There we go. It needs to be a lot deeper than that, though. But somehow we generate an out ball from Brandon. What can I do here? Hopefully I get some more depth on this serve, but we're going to find out right now. Couldn't really tell. Oh, Jonesy doing his flat drive that he does sometimes, and I put one in the net. Oh, here we go. Okay. So my main focus, like I said, right now is on drop shots. So I'm drilling drop shots 2 or 3 times a week for about an hour by myself at the courts with my ball machine. And they really paid off today. For the first time today, I could really, really feel that my drop shots have dramatically improved. We'll see if in this game I can prove it or not, but later in the day I sure did. There's a drop by Nate. Whoop. Caught Jonesy on the back foot there a little bit. Yeah, that's Brandon's good cross-court drop in the corner there. Let's see what we can do here. Too high of a dink, but we survive it. Yes, we did. No, we didn't. Oh, yeah, we did. I think. Hard to tell what happened there. Right. Lie, loopy, return, and we got a net ball. I don't know much about Brandon's serve here. I can't remember how he does it. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, no, I do. He's a lefty, and he's got a wicked banana serve. He can curve that ball harder than anybody I've ever seen. Oh, Fred, put that away with some authority, please. Nah, no. Just flubbed that one up. One thing I've got to figure out how to do is deliver power with my overhead slams and my forehand. I'm not very powerful on putaways. Oh, see, that's what Brandon does right there. I'm giving him a little clap because that was just wicked. That was such a good shot. He will continue to drop to my right foot over and over again. I think eventually I figure it out, and
he kind of stops doing it. But yeah, there you go. Jonesy's good. So, Jonesy has all this overhead slam smash power in the world. I just haven't quite figured out how to generate all that power yet. What are we going to do on a third? Alright, Jonesy goes for the drop. And he puts it in the net. Let's see what I do if it comes to me. There's Jonesy's reliable serve. And Jonesy goes for a crazy spin ball and sends it out. And he's pissed off. I can see him back there hitting some air shots, trying to figure out what he did wrong. What are they going to do? He's going to drive on me. Yeah, see, he drove on me. I don't know if that went out or not, but Nate's got such a powerful drive, and he's super accurate. Nate's the 4-9 duper. Nate's on the left side in the near court. He's part owner of this facility. Nice little drop there. Whoop. All right, we earned a little hot ball there by Nate. Third here, we did a drop shot. Oh, we got a drop shot past Nate. That's interesting. Good job, Jonesy. Good drop, my man. One thing I learned today, I don't know if I'm having this problem in this particular game, but later in the day I learned that I'm moving forward after the serve. And I'm creeping up in the court. And later in the day I learned that, and then I started working on fixing it. We'll see if in this game I do that or not. I didn't even know I did that. But it turns out I have a problem with creeping forward when we're the serving team. So like right now I'll start creeping forward. You see me do that? Sometimes I'll take too many steps forward, and then a smart opponent will jam a hard return at my feet. So I've learned the lesson now that when we're the serving team, I'm staying glued to the line until the receiving team hits their ball, and we can see exactly where the ball's going to go. Then I allow myself to move forward. But not until then. Alright, what are they going to do on the third? And we got to drive. Alright, I'll flick it back and... Oh, got a net ball. That's Alex in the foreground. Hey, Alex. He's another owner of this facility. There's like 4 or 5 guys that went together and built this place as a partnership, and they're all friends. Really cool story. Really cool group of guys. We like each and every one of them. They've all become friends. Yeah, drive by Nate. Nate loves to drive on us because he knows it works against us. Right. That's the way it is in pickleball. You drive. Whoa. Something happened to my earbuds here. Alright, anyway, yeah. You drive, and you drive, and you drive as long as it works, and you only stop driving if the opposing team learns how to handle your drives, and then you're forced to drop. Here I go with a mid-court serve. I need to work on getting my serves deeper. This is good. I'm realizing that my serves are all quite shallow in this game. Okay, where are we here? Comes Nate with one of his power serves, no doubt. And, little net cord hit there. Messed up Jonesy a bit, as they always do. The net is always a problem for everybody. I think we're closing in on the end of the game here. I don't know the score. I apologize for that, guys. I do have to work on that, but yeah, they got us right there, so... That's the end of that. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching the video. Let me know what you see, if you see any improvements that I need to make here. Obviously, I'm the guy in the black shirt. I should have said that at the beginning. That's me walking across there in the black shirt that says Strata Pickleball across the front of that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the games and what we need to do. Again, I'm a 3-5. Nate there in the cutoff shirt is a 4-9. The other guys are somewhere in between there, I would say. But yeah, thanks for checking out the channel. Give a sub. I'm going to upload a lot more content like this and some other stuff too. Catch you on the next one.